A Fisher House Foundation building is a home away from home for families of America's wounded warriors. While they attend to the emotional needs of their loved one who's become a VA hospitalized U.S. veteran, Fisher House becomes the family base, a place to sleep, to console one another, to do a load of laundry, prepare meals, and come to grips with what's happened, all in proximity to where their loved one is being medically treated, but without the hassles of a hotel or a hotel bill.
As we've sent fighting men and women to do the work of protecting the sovereignty and security of this nation, we've made them and their families a promise that we would take care of them should something happen. Our men and women that go into combat do so knowing that if the worst happens, that their families and they will be taken care of. Today, here in Cleveland, Ohio, we're keeping that promise.
When LaRose intones families, he's speaking of people like Phyllis Mount of North Royalton, who, as a serviceman's mom, has received that call that no one wants, hers originating from Afghanistan.
First thing you want to do is you want to see your child. You want to get there. You want to be there. And that doesn't happen right away. It took 10 days for him to come back to the United States, and then they were bringing us to him. And they told us we were staying at a Fisher House at Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
At the time, had you ever heard of that phrase?
I had never. It was wonderful, though. Absolutely. I mean, we are so blessed to have them here and to have two of them. That's amazing.
The value and impact of a Fisher House was a message powerfully driven home by one of the dedicatory speakers, Sheffield Lake native and Army veteran Kelly Hunt. After serving, Hunt later returned to a war zone as a U.S. diplomat, and in April 2013 was attacked while walking to a media event in Kalat, Afghanistan. 5 members of her team were killed, including another State Department official. Hunt was airlifted to Europe in a medically induced coma with injuries to several limbs and her brain. Fisher House was where her family lived for her week there and for a month stateside. Hunt still comatose.
My mom arrived in Germany. She was escorted from the airport straight to the Fisher House, introduced to a room, and taken directly to the hospital. My family did not feel alone. The residents of these homes were a family of their own, offering support, guidance, advice, and an ear. This was one team at both Fisher Houses.
Wanting to offer that type emotional support to veterans here, Cleveland's team of sponsors has worked toward this opening since 2009, meeting with Fisher House Foundation leadership to determine what was needed, then embarking on a campaign to raise $3.5 million in private funding and to assemble a parcel of land near the Stokes Medical Center. A decade in the making.
But what that indicates to me is the love, the commitment, and the compassion of the people who made this happen.
Persistently, the Greater Cleveland Fisher House team, the Cuyahoga County Land Bank, the Famicos Foundation, state and local government, the VA, financial supporters large and small and too numerous to name, all raised money and raised hope, promoting the project everywhere, including VA Director Susan Fuhrer and project leader Tom Sweeney here on Ideas 2 years ago. After pointing toward a start date which continually seemed to be delayed, groundbreaking finally came. The results are breathtaking, as the nearly 2-acre site in Glenville's been transformed to a place now anchoring what some are calling the corridor of care, beginning at the medical center and stretching 2 blocks north.
The homes are gorgeous. Someone told me today, when they walked in, they had tears in their eyes, and they said, "This is not what you expect, but this is what you hope the community would do for our nation's heroes."
Combined, the twin homes will house as many as 32 families at once. And yes, it is extremely rare to build 2 simultaneously, but such was the force of the Cleveland effort. Some suites are single bed, others set up to sleep 4 people. Each offers creature comforts, including personal bathrooms. There are communal areas, a dining room, a living room, and a library where families will make friends that can become lifelong as they face together what most of us never will.
Those of you not from town who don't understand the philanthropic heritage of Cleveland, Cleveland stepped up as expected.
So Monday was the first time the Fisher House was actually used. North Carolina resident Samantha Turnbull spending a first night as her husband was transferred to Stokes, the top eye care center in the VA system. Though still listed as active duty, Army Captain Jonathan Turnbull was blinded while serving in northeast Syria.
And I wouldn't do what I did if I didn't know that my family could be taken care of. So having something where they're like, hey, we have this designated building specifically for families, it's incredible. It means everything.
One of the best parts about the Fisher House, too, is that when he was in Germany, the first time I got to see him, I stayed at a Fisher House. And then he was transferred to Walter Reed, where I was told, you're going to go to a Fisher House again. Then we went to Richmond for another rehab, and Fisher House was there for us again, and now here.
Last to speak, summing up the day, businessman and philanthropist Ken Fisher, CEO of the Fisher House Foundation and nephew of the foundation's creator.
We have to be able to give back. The entire military family serves, and that goes for veterans' families that served when their loved one was deployed, and in so many ways continue to serve today.